justices came down. So 2 justices dissenting, an unsigned order, but effectively, this ends the Republicans' bid at the Supreme Court.
They reject the case.
Court saying, Texas, you can't
not over yet, folks.
Because you don't have standing. It'll be interesting to see, like you
Don't
said,
worry, still not over
the
yet.
president responds
Still could be a civil war.
How the nearly or more than 100 Republicans in Congress respond to this, seeing as that they all signed on promoting this. But the Supreme Court here is saying, we're not getting involved. Texas, you don't have standing to dispute how other states conduct the elections.
Was this just a one-sentence decision order by the U.S. Supreme Court, as was the case earlier in the week when they rejected another Republican-backed effort to undermine this election, or was this, did they go a little bit more in-depth?
They went a little bit more in-depth, Wolf. We saw a very succinct order on Tuesday that basically just said denied. That was when the Supreme Court denied Republicans' efforts to stop the certification in just one state, Pennsylvania. This, of course, looking to stop the efforts in 4 crucial battleground states. This is a 1-page order, and the order itself, it has 2 sentences, essentially. So it's a bit more than we've seen. It says that they've denied this motion for Texas to file this complaint, and then it says that Texas doesn't have a judicial interest in this. They have no standing. And then immediately after that, it's noted that Justice Alito and Thomas, they note their dissent for the sole reason that both of them believe that because the Supreme Court has original jurisdiction here, that Texas should have at least been able to file this dispute. Maybe it wouldn't have gone any further than this, but they say that Texas has the right to file this suit at the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court very clear on this, despite those dissents, that Texas won't have that chance to argue in court, won't even have the chance to make their case that these votes should be extinguished. We're talking about more than 10 million votes that Texas was calling into question here in these key battleground states. And now the Supreme Court is saying, Texas, you can't even make your case. You can't come to the court with this kind of issue. And you really, can't dispute how other states conduct their elections. That was at the core here, Wolf. The Constitution says quite clearly that the manner of elections is left to the states. Every state administers it maybe slightly differently, but Texas can't now swoop in and question how these 4 battleground states conducted their elections. That was the big issue here. Texas said because these various states put in different rules about mail-in balloting, and that those rules were actually implemented not by the state legislatures, but by the governors or by secretaries of state. That's what Texas had a problem with. But the Supreme Court here effectively in manners that they see fit, in manners that they have approved, and Texas and other states cannot come in now and question that and bring this all the way to the Supreme Court.
A complete rejection of the president's arguments, the Texas Attorney General's arguments, and all of these other arguments. This should end it once and for all. The United States Supreme Court, the second time this week, completely rejecting any effort to undermine the results of this election. What I want to do, Jessica, and I want Jim Acosta to stand by, and our legal analyst as well, what I'm going to do is read